Welcome to Inside Out, the podcast where we attempt to get what's in your head out. Hello everyone, welcome back to Inside Out with me, Mert Red, and sadly I have no co-host today, but we have a guest here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name's Curtis Walsh. I'm a musician, and yeah, I just want to say thanks for having me here.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it.
So today we're going to be talking about music, as Curtis is well known for, and what type of music would you do if people have never heard your music?
Well, I try and be a bit diverse with what I put out, but I'd say generally what I have mostly out would be kind of, I don't know, kind of ballady singer-songwriter or just piano, guitar kind of vibe. But yeah, definitely in the coming songs I want to change it up a bit and try and come up with something different.
I have songs that from you that I like.
Okay.
Sitting Ducks, Bend, Full Recovery. I like them because they have empathy in them.
Okay.
For me, I would have empathy for them.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Because it's those, especially Full Recovery, I'd get a good bit for people feeling a connection to and stuff. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate that though. I'm glad you like them.
Thanks. And I also I've heard of Feroga.
They're a band, aren't they?
No, they're a group for young people, and they help with youngsters and.
The name's ringing a bell.
Yeah, it's really hard to know the name of places, but Feroga's really hard to know.
Yeah.
So
it's a name.
I go there for my co-host works there.
Okay.
And he helps people if they're ever down or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
And that's how I got to do this podcast.
Okay.
And he helped me out through
That's
doing
amazing.
this.
That's great. No, I have to say, fair play to you, man, even for getting the podcast going. It takes a lot of guts to put yourself out there, and you're doing your couple of episodes in now.
Yeah.
I seen a statistic of where, what was it? I think it's, I can't remember the exact numbers, but it was basically if you put out 20 podcasts, because most people that want to do podcasts never bother, and then the people that do podcasts don't make it past, I think it's 90% of the people that want to do podcasts don't make it past episode 2 or 3, and then 90% of those don't make it past episode 20. So I think it's those numbers are close-ish, but they're not. Don't quote me on that. But basically, if you make 21 podcasts, you're in the top 1% of all podcasts that have ever been made. So keep at it, honestly.
I'm just gonna keep doing it until whatever happens. You know, I'm not gonna stop doing this.
Yeah.
Because this is the best thing that could happen. And as I was saying in Feroga, we done sound surfers.
Okay.
For music.
Yeah.
And it was making music. We done we had to look up some stuff about music, empathy, listen to some music, and then at the end of this course, we had to do our own music.
Oh, so you just had to make music?
We had to make music. We had to do all the sound. I had to take a part off of YouTube for a little piano.
Okay.
And it worked very well actually.
Very good.
I had it's really hard to know words for music.
As in lyrics?
Yeah, it's really hard for lyrics and music.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, especially if I find it exact same. If you're not 100% sure, or even if you don't have a general guide of what the song's about, it can be really hard to just pull lyrics out of your ears,
I can't when I was for the sound surfer, I was really hard trying to think of words. So then I had to try and get words from different songs to put in, and that was really hard.
Yeah, well that's the huge thing that I've done as well. It's a fine line because you can't rub sentences, but you can use words for inspiration. If you hear someone say, I remember I was listening to an Eminem song. And it's called Majesty, and I was like, oh my god, that's a really cool, it paints an image, you know what I mean, that word, I'd use it in a song then, you know what I mean, and there'll be loads of little things like that where you're not it's just taking inspiration from like loads of different
Yeah.
songs, but it's definitely a helpful approach doing it that way. I
Mm.
feel.
Have you? Is there any musicians that made you get into doing music?
Um, I was I was mad about music when I was a kid. I was especially Ed Sheeran. I was a huge
Mm.
Ed Sheeran, but I'd say one of the first things I obsessed over was probably there's this fella. His name's Bon Iver. He's very good. I'll show you the Spotify after this, man. He's great. If you're talking about like heartfelt real
Mm.
music, that's his stuff. But it's like no one does it like him. You'll see what I mean.
Okay.
You'll see what I mean.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
show you at the end. It's anyways, he done a cover of I Can't Make You Love Me by Bonnie
Mhm.
Raitt,
Okay.
and I just used to play that song on repeat like for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the first kind of like obsession I had. So he definitely played a huge role in my like wants to be an artist.
Mm.
And Hosier as well. That was the first.
He's really good.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
great. He's great. That was the first album I just got my teeth into.
Mm.
Was his first album that came out. I remember my dad got it on a CD,
Mm.
and I could come home from school and stick it in the. We had like this cassette on a speaker setup thing in the house in the kitchen, and I used to just pull a chair over and sit on the kitchen table,
Yeah.
and like just like so with the speakers and putting them at my ears and just listen to that album
Yeah.
on repeat. Like,
I be the exact same. I have an artist that I love. He's a comedian and it's a musical comedy thing that he does.
yeah.
Is Bo Burnham.
Okay.
He does funny ones, but like in some of his other songs, there's like real life stuff going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Like
That's good.
he has one called All Eyes on Me,
Okay.
where he's like, I think it's his mind is like trying to talk to him like it's called All Eyes on Me, and he's like, uh, get your hands up, keep your eyes all eyes on me, and come in the water's fine, and keep calm. He's like, he goes into like a deep conversation with himself because like he was on stage and he was getting like panic attacks on stage
Okay, yeah.
from doing his comedies and musicals, and he had to take 5 years off of it because he was like he couldn't handle it, and which his music got me into doing music as well,
Okay, very good.
and like writing some music down, and
That's it though, like the power of influence, like especially people that are the ones influencing people, like they don't realise how much of an impact they can have on someone. Like, like just one interview and you heard like Kevin Hart go off on a rant, you know what I mean? Just talking about just giving life your all. The next thing you know, you go out and you do that thing and you become the next Ed Sheeran, or you have the next big podcast or whatever it is, you know what I mean?
yeah,
No, 100% though, it's great, and it's good. That's the one thing I feel like, I won't say it's lost, because it's definitely very much still there, but the mainstream of music is very saturated in just very light music at the moment, and that it used to not be. It used to be very like heartfelt, real, organic stuff, like, and that was what was in the charts, and that was the stuff that people were connecting to, and they weren't afraid to connect to. But I feel now you have to go rooting for that stuff.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
you
You have to look hard for it. Well, not hard, but like you find it as far as you control. But it's yeah, you need to know what you're looking for. There's no more walking into like, well, I don't know, just even a house party or something like that, and you hear like someone like pull out an Adele song, you know what I mean? It's all, like,
I wouldn't. You wouldn't hear that going on in like a house party.
yeah, type situation, yeah, but yeah, no,
It's like music does change a lot of people though.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
before I was like listening to Bo Burnham, I was like listening to like the 80s. I was like listening to 80s music and 90s music. And then when Bo Burnham, I got introduced to him in 2021 or 2022, and when I first the first song that I heard was All Eyes on Me, which that got me into like, oh, he does songs about like mental health, emotional empathy. He cares about other people. So if he does that, he does help a lot of other people, and that helps me
Yeah,
like calm down, and like if I'm ever nervous going doing like a presentation or something like that, his music helps me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The power of music's something crazy, man. And like I feel a lot of people get lost, especially if you're like a creator of music. I know I've went through phases where like it's like a job and it's a career and it's
Mm.
something that you need to do because like you can't pay the bills if you don't
Yeah.
do it, and then you get stressed because money or cause not money because those songs aren't doing well, and then you're trying to write a hit, and like
Yeah.
somewhere along the way the magic just gets lost. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I feel that's the case for so many artists, but it's like when you do get a glimpse of
Mm.
that, like where that realness, like Jesus, that can connect and that can just change so many people's lives.
Mm.
Like,
Have you ever got anxiety going out on stage
oh man, I
before?
threw up in toilets 2 seconds before I went on stage, and the whole time, like I know,
Because I would not be able to do it, like going up on stage in front of a big like an
yeah,
audience.
yeah.
I wouldn't be able for that. I get I don't know what happens. I just get nervous. And,
I'll tell you a quote I heard, and it really changed my mind on a lot of things in life. It's what's the difference between a coward and a hero, or what's the difference between um how a coward and a hero feels?
I don't know.
There's no difference. It's how they act.
Oh,
Both of them are terrified inside. The hero acts regardless. You know what I mean?
that sounds actually a good call.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really good, and that just kind of like us. Both are really scared of the outcome.
yeah,
Both are feeling the anxiety. Both are feeling the fear. One shies away and one acts on it. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And
yeah.
that kind of thing where like, I just couldn't like if I'm doing a support gig for a band or something, or
Mm.
if I'm like just on stage at a gig or playing at a festival, like like there's people out there waiting to see me, like so I just couldn't like I'd be a lot more mad at myself if I just didn't go out
Yeah, yeah.
compared to if I
Yeah,
just went out and done a bad job. So, and I was happened. I went out and I was like absolutely made a mess of made a mess of my sets and all. But like you just gotta get on with it. You
yeah,
just
yeah,
gotta get on with it. You
yeah,
know, life gets tricky and you either shy away or you step up to the plate. And that's it.
yeah.
Like yeah.
Have you ever you ever done like a music and you can't like think of more lyrics to
Yeah.
for it, and you can't.
Yeah, cause it's weird. I'm currently in like this space of like I'm really trying to introduce back the realness of music into my everyday writing. I
Mm.
feel I do get moments where I stumble upon a real song, and like that. Some songs aren't supposed to be 3 minutes long. Some
Mm.
songs are meant to be just a minute of heartfelt realness,
Yeah,
and then you extend it, and because you feel it should be 3 minutes, and you try and bring it out, and it just loses its quality throughout the song, and you can feel there's not as much organicness to it anymore. Now, in saying that, there's a fine balance to it because sometimes a song isn't supposed to be long, but then sometimes it's just hard to figure out what the rest of the song can
mm.
be, and you might just put a pin in it because it's too hard to figure it out. Like
Mm.
there's songs now that I still revisit that I
Yeah,
started writing 5 years ago. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And the song's not finished yet, and like
You just can't think of like what to put into it.
I could finish it
Yeah,
easily, but it's like there's no point in finishing it unless it feels right. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So like I'll mess around with it for like an hour this week, and then like if it just doesn't feel right, I just won't add that to the song, and then
Mm.
like I'll mess around again like in a couple of weeks, and if it
Mm.
doesn't feel right, then I just won't leave it. And
Yeah,
then maybe one small bit will feel right, but it doesn't feel right here, so I'll keep that in the back pocket for later on the
yeah,
song. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And there's a lot of that, but I think the main thing is just making sure that it feels right. You
Mm.
know what I mean? That gut feeling has to be there. Because we're just monkeys in the end of the day. We don't know really what we're
Yeah,
doing. You just have to trust your gut instinct and your feelings, like, you know what I mean?
yeah. I get you because it is really hard to try and know like there's like some artists out there that tried like that had like a song that they written 10 years ago, and
Mm.
they just put out now,
Yeah.
and it's when you're doing it, it sounds like it's really hard to know like.
Yeah, yeah. It's just getting out of your own way is the hardest thing. It's really hard to get out of your own way because there's so many variables to writing music. like, you know, you might have, especially if you're with a label or if you're with like management and stuff, they want the song to do really well, and
Mhm.
you want the song to be real, and they want the song to do well more than they want it to be real, and you want it to be real more than you want
Yeah.
it to do well, but both want both. You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So like, I don't know, and it's hard to find that balance. It really is, and
Mm.
it's such like, I don't know, like I said, you just need to get out of your own way and try and not think about what you're trying to make a song into because of external. It just needs to be a reflection of who you are in that
Mm.
moment. What are you feeling? What is the thing that you're writing about? Like, is this a heartfelt song about an actual breakup you're going through?
Yeah.
Or is it Wednesday at 3 o'clock, the time when you're supposed to write music?
Yeah.
Oh, let me write a breakup song. It's not
Mm.
going to sound as real compared to a song that you're actually going through a
Yeah.
breakup, you know what I mean?
This isn't. Sometimes, like when I get down, or like something like that, I, I, it's not music. Sometimes, I sometimes write a little part of a lyric for a song,
Mm.
and then I'll just go to like writing a movie. I don't know how. I don't know how that.
That's good though.
But works for some reason. When I feel down, I just have to write something
Man,
down.
that's great though. Creativity is such a good flow, like say, to be in, and especially when it's like a part-time thing. When it's not this is your job.
Yeah.
When it's like that, that's where it's most great, because there's like, it is your escape and it is your way to get out of your head and to express your emotions through writing a screenplay for a film, or for
Yeah.
writing a lyric to a song that's never going to be released, or for even just putting a bit of paint on even an old school copy, you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
or the crayon or whatever it
Yeah.
is, like. And there's something so beautiful in that, where it's just so real and raw, and it's like pure expression, because you're overloaded with this thing you need to express.
Yeah.
And I wish I could like tap into that, and I wish I just didn't have music as a job, so I could just only write music just that way,
Yeah.
where you have it like that. Because when it's a job, it just adds so much more weight to it, and you can't. It's so hard not to overthink everything you do. Like, but yeah, no, that's great that you have that, man. Honestly, try not to lose that. It's creativity is such a great.
I try not to.
Honestly,
Yeah,
do.
because it's. I think it's a good thing.
Oh, it's a great
Like
thing.
it's great. It's great to have to like. It just comes in my head like it's a bad thing, and I just like think of, oh, that could be a lyric for
Yeah.
music or something like that,
Mhm.
and then that just helps me out.
And then you get into creative flow, and then
Mm.
time stops existing. It's like you're just in this now moment of just creativity flowing through you, man. I know that state. It's a fucking. It's sorry. Are you allowed to curse on this?
No.
No. Okay. Sorry.
My friend, my co-host is gonna be mad.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
It wasn't a full one. I went.
I can edit that out. Don't worry.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I tried to be careful of it, anyways, but there's the word. That was the first one I done. Actually.
You're not allowed in my podcast anymore.
Yeah, no, I'll keep that in mind.
We not like melodies for
Yeah.
like music. It must be really hard to like. You know the way like the melody of a song. You have the lyric down. You have the lyrics, but that's when the music, the music.
Believe it or not, I think it's 99% of all songs, or 98 or something. It's a really high number. Percent of all songs that wrote melody first and then lyrics after. Very few artists write the lyrics first and then match the melody to it.
Yeah, I would write the lyrics first and then
Yeah.
I'll go for melody.
I know, yeah.
Is it
I know Bono does that as well from U2.
Bono?
With some songs.
My dad's a big Bono fan.
Yeah, my dad's a huge fan.
And we both love listening to like Bono and like U2 and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And we get on good with that.
Yeah. But see, like you're saying there, it's actually like, see that flow state we were just talking about 2 seconds ago, where like you're just in that creative zone.
Yeah.
Like you're not. It's not hard for you to write those lyrics. It's
Yeah.
not hard for you to write that screenplay. It's like you're not even writing it. It's like you're opening the door for that to flow through you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with like melodies and writing music. It's like you gotta, like, for me, you need to stop looking at it like this is me, Curtis Walsh, that is writing this melody that needs to like sound like me in the songs that like what sound am I trying to go for, and what is this song fitting in with that, and like all these different things that you're trying to like calculate. That just even the fact that you're calculating all that
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean? It's not. It's well, it's not right or wrong way to do it, but I mean like it's not. That's not the approach for the realness. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's that flow state you're talking about. And when you get in that flow state, especially with melodies and all, it just goes. It just
Yeah.
flows through you. It's you're
Yeah.
just in a pure expressive mode, and like it just natural, completely natural. There's no effort to it at all. So yeah, I wouldn't call melodies difficult at all when you're in that state. But
Yeah.
when you're like strictly trying to write strong melodies and trying to do this and that and trying to be sound real, yeah, it becomes difficult then.
Yeah. I'm just put out there. Your mother, she plays the piano.
Yeah.
Uh, when I was on the piano a few weeks ago, she told me that anyone that can play the piano can sing,
Yeah.
and I didn't believe that, because with my singing, I think I'm rubbish at it,
Man,
because that's not like I just think about that, like I think I'm rubbish at doing it, and I'm really shy about doing it.
you should like singing is something. It's a skill, and see your voice. It's just a muscle. It's like you work out at the gym.
Yeah.
Your muscles get bigger and stronger and more efficient, and you're able to do things like better with them and all. That's the exact same with your voice. It's just a muscle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, there's some people. I remember when I was younger that like really were bad singers, and then they just kept working on their voice and training their voice, and it sounded like really good over the years. If you listen to Ed Sheeran, if you go onto YouTube after and type in Ed Sheeran, uh, Ed Sheeran singing when he was, or Ed Sheeran's first ever demo or something, and there's a video of him. He's on like a talk show, and he pulls out his phone and plays a demo, and his voice is really bad. And he's laughing about it. All the audience are laughing at it and all like that. And it's terrible. But he worked on his voice, and he just kept because he loved it. He didn't care that his voice was bad.
I need some people say like they would go to a vocal
Yeah.
but some people have the talent of just singing, and they can just do it without vocals.
Yeah.
A vocal coach.
Some people get a head start, and that's just life in general. Some people are born into like a
Yeah.
wealthy family. Some people are
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some people, yeah, it just depends on your outlook on it. Some people, like, for an example, like Lewis Capaldi, like, I don't know much about his situation at all, but like,
I like his music. His music has like empathy in it as well.
yeah, he has a realness to his music as well.
Because I think there's one about with his sister that passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I can't think of the song. It's I have to look it up.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'm looking up here.
yeah, but his voice, for an example, he does, like, because he just loves singing and he loves writing songs, he just continued to sing and write songs.
Yeah.
And he sang the way that he liked his voice to sound.
Mm.
And now he has this very unique voice because he just done what he liked to do.
Yeah.
And it's so him. Whereas if he went to a vocal coach or whatever, then
They might want him to change.
they probably could have. He might have like a really smooth, like, not generic, but like a very polished voice, and that probably wouldn't done as well as what he has now. So like him not going to a vocal coach when he was younger or developing his voice was probably really good for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now he has this organic sounding thing.
Before You Go, that's the song about his
Yeah.
his sister that passed away.
Oh really?
Yeah. It was like he.
That's sad.
Did you see his he has a thing on Netflix.
I got 10 minutes into it and I had to do something or I had to go somewhere.
That's where he explains the
story of it, is it?
of the song. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that his sister passed away. That's really sad.
It was like suicidal pass.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and then he put it all into the music, and like if you listen to the lyrics of that song,
Yeah.
you would know now like
What it's about?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, because that's a great song. That's a really great song, and it's really real sound as well. And what's his sister? How old was she? Like,
I think I don't know. Like I think she was young when it happened.
That's crazy.
It's it. See, like that. That's the type of music that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Like helps.
Yeah.
Like getting your life out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
People do sing about their own life as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like and
Mm-hmm.
it's great. That's the most the thing that I love.
Yeah. Man, creativity in general, it's just, I don't know, it's one of the most precious things we have, like, and I know it sounds so artsy saying that, but it really is, like, honestly, like, just express yourself through something, you know, even, like, if it's making pottery, is that what it's called? Where you make clay? I mean, that's the right word,
Yeah.
pottery.
Yeah, pottery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that was the wrong word.
Is it? I thought I was just.
feel there's
I had to think about that
I
as
think
well.
there's another word for it though, pottery. Or is that right?
I was about to say bakery for some reason.
Even if it's baker, but you know what I mean? Like, there's like someone who does whatever, someone like to get out of their head to build and make something, like that's, I don't know, it's really, really handy. Yeah, so anyone listening to this, I heavily recommend you get out and make something and just let that creative flow.
I was trying to look it up. I was trying to look up about his sister. I can't find it, but it might have been before that.
Yeah.
Like that was in 2019 now.
Yeah.
So, been long in that.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. Like especially when you know someone close to, like, especially family, like, that with suicide. Oh, that's a rough one, alright.
People like talk about. They would talk about how grateful they are with their family and that as well, because that's a good song. They're good songs as well.
Yeah.
And also, in the 80s, they had like good songs.
Oh yeah.
They had Wham, they had Queen. Loved Queen.
Oh, Queen.
I love Queen. Did you see the biopic for it?
I seen the biopic.
There's a movie of it.
I seen the movie. The movie. Already got an actor in for it. It wasn't your man. It wasn't a documentary or anything, was it?
No, it wasn't a documentary.
Yeah.
It was Rami Malek.
I can't remember who the actor was, but yeah,
the great movie. I loved it.
Yeah. It's probably the same one. I watched it as well. Yeah. Oh man, it's great. Great.
And Elton John.
Seen his movie as well.
All movies I love, because they take the best songs of them and put them into the movie.
Yeah.
Because that's mostly what I love.
Anytime I watch something like that, I get annoyed at myself for even sitting down and watching it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should be writing music right now.
Yeah.
And I get up and try and get on with my life.
Yeah.
So that's the story.
So that's it for this podcast. We have to end it there. And thank you for being on it.
Thanks for
been a pleasure.
Man, honestly, I really enjoyed this chat. I really appreciate you having me on.
Yeah.
And if you ever looking to, if you ever short for a guest again, and I'm back in Ireland, just hit me up.
Yeah,
and,
no problem.
And yeah, I'll be more than happy to come back.
Yeah. Thanks for being on, and that's it for this episode of Inside Out with me. Have a great day and goodbye.
Okay guys, Martin here signing off for today. Love your company, do join me again, and let what's in there out.